and we don't know the rules to the game. You can't play Monopoly and just keep collecting $200. How does that make sense? Understand the rules of the game. And if we don't know the rules to the game,
say it again.
We just don't. You can't play Monopoly and keep going around collecting $200.
Why not?
Because you ain't gonna never be. You gotta own Parkway. You gotta.
What is the $200?
Man,
gonna be getting up.
You know what the $200 is? Them stimulus checks.
Yeah.
All right, man. Footballville, we here. First, shout out to the member of the week, Kim Everett. We see you out there. The member of the week, you see they got the badges on it. That just show you how long they've been a member. Appreciate you, a member of the week. And if you got any family issues, any family law you need to take care of, contact Reed Law Group, Andrea Reed. You can find her on Facebook. You can find her on the internet. He gonna put a website down there somewhere. You got baby mama, baby daddy issues. Contact Andrea Reed. She'll take you out, mainly in the Broward area. Today, man, we got here, man, big dude with a powerful story, man. We got X, but y'all know X. Blake of Loving. Y'all know X.
Nah,
we got my man Arvis here, man, from Fannin. Got a crazy story. But besides the story, the work to be done that we got to do in these communities is, that's just something you walking with on your back.
Yeah.
Still trying to save these kids and keep
too.
these kids out the street.
I don't even just say kids. I say parents too. Yeah.
Well, that's man Fannin, man. Always lost a man Fannin. What can they find you at, dog? Everything Fannin, right?
Yeah, Fannin. FANIT_now on Instagram. FAT_now on Twitter, and FANIT. Everything together on Facebook. Yeah. But we also have my own platform, FannitNow.com.
FannitNow.com. So check me out. I went to the Marines out of high school. I couldn't go to college. I went to college. I saw I could walk out the class. I wasn't ready for it. Yeah. I knew I had to get away from the Miami life. So I went to the military. Yeah. Came in the military. I became a CO. So I worked as a CO in Dade County Correction Facility for 13 years. Yeah. I've seen whoever y'all saw come across TV get arrested, big names, small names, juveniles, whatever, they would come to us. Yeah. They would come to the section I worked in, which was forensics. A lot of a lot of big cases. Yeah. They would come to forensics first because they would all be suicidal. I done seen it all, bro. So when you would see them on TV that night, I go to work and talk to them all night long at the jail. Right. You went to jail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You went to jail.
A few times. I went to prison, though.
You went to prison. There's a difference. Yeah. How much time you did in prison, big dog?
2 years.
2 years in prison. How many times you went to jail?
About 5 times.
5 times.
Maybe 6.
So you spent some time. So obviously you was in the life. You was in the life growing up, but you were actually good at football, right?
Yeah, I was extremely good. I was just short.
He said he was extremely good. How good was this guy, man?
Put it in the comments.
Sounds good. He was good. How good were you?
I'm the hardest hitter to ever come through Miami, Florida. Whoa! Since Sean Taylor.
Okay, he just. Yo, so you played most of your boat where?
Miami Central.
You played at Central?
Yeah.
But you started at Carol City?
Yeah, I started off my 9th and 10th grade. My 9th and half of my 10th grade year, I was at Carol City.
You was at Carol City on the team with who? Were y'all good then? Or
oh yeah, we had a stick. The time that I left, I told everybody because our JV team, we went undefeated. We were part of that. God rest his soul, Coach Dre, Coach Keno. Yeah. Those are our coaches, and I think Central was the only team that scored 2 points on our offense.
Coach Dre been there that long?
Yeah, he was there before that. He was there before that.
He was there since the 90s, man.
Wow, I didn't know that. So he was there. So he was part of that lineage with the 3-man backfield and all of that. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we was good. Our JV was extremely dominant. Yeah. But I was a problem. Uh-huh. I cussed a lot, and I used to tote a gun to school. Because I was from the city.
Why was you carrying a gun to school?
Because I was beefing with other cats from the other side of my neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
They had guns?
Yeah. We used to fight, but then I used to beat all of them up, and then they started drawing guns. Yeah. So I had to get with the program. You know what I mean? But it was every day. It was I used to have to get up at 5:30, 6:30 in the morning to catch the bus. But I'm from 22nd side of Brown Sub, so I used to have to walk to 27. So I'm walking through all everybody that I'm beefing with area, you know what I mean? And sitting on the bus stop trying to make it to the bus with my hand in my bag with my gun. I don't want to kill nobody, but I will if I have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just want to go play football.
Right.
So that was a scary sight, you know what I mean?
So man, talk about that, man. Cause when we talk about these things, it come across as he a real nigga.
Yeah.
Talk about how scared you was. And talk about the fear. Because people make it seem like it's a glorious life to live.
No, it's not.
And it's not.
And I tell the shorties this all the time.
It's not.
The worst feeling in the world is to always have to look over your shoulder. You know what I mean? Like
that
paranoia.
That in itself is taking you to your grave.
Yeah,
slowly.
yeah.
That worry.
You don't see all these graves up here?
Man, I tell people all the time, man, listen, man, I grew up around a lot of drugs, a lot of stuff. I've never really looked a real gangster in the eyes and saw no worry. Rarely have I ever looked.
Every killer and gangster I know is probably the most loving and funniest person in the world.
Right.
Everything
It's true.
They react off of react off of emotions. You know what I'm saying? They react off of their heart being broken. People feeling betrayed.
In that life, you could see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
If you're a person that pay attention, you could look in the person's eyes and see that there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when we talk about these things, okay, so back to what you were saying, you carrying a gun to school, and this was what, the 90s, early 2000s?
It was 2001.
2001?
2001, 2002, yeah.
And you end up transferring to Central.
Yeah, rock block all day.
Right, and you end up...
I must have been there my whole life. That's another story for another day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So no, back to Carol City, because you play on the Carol City team with who? Kenny Phillips?
Kenny Phillips, Ricky Jean Francois.
That's the dancing dude, right?
Yeah, that's the dancing dude. Ricky Jean Francois, Greg Red, Chris Williams, Willie Williams, Maurice Peterson, Tony Buckles, Kevin Wilson.
You got that before? I mean, you got that after playing.
Yeah, I was there. Because
you was on Glenn was a senior.
Yeah, they was seniors. That was my 9th grade year. But that tell you though that like they can like a lot of stuff I like to have clarity, but they'll vouch for you. Like I was a problem. Because when you coming from the city, you have a mindset. Like everything is mindset. It's stuff that's being brain fed to you.
Right.
Like we used to call people from Carol City, sissies. You know what I'm saying?
I see you put that on Facebook.
But but they know I ain't lying. And I told her I apologize. It was kids stuff. I ain't know no better. You know what I mean? Because a lot of some of my closest friends are from Carol City.
Right.
You know what I mean? It is some Carol Sissies though. Don't get it twisted. But it's Carol City. It's everybody.
It was real because you remember. I mean, you know, us being from Oak Locker, we used to be like, boy, damn, Carol City, all them pretty boys in Carol City.
Yeah.
Pretty boy.
That was the mindset.
That was the whole thing, like, boy, Carol City, pretty boy. You know, so everything outside of Carol City, them niggas too rough.
Yeah.
That
comes from a place of heartbreak though too, because in actuality it's jealousy because a lot of them got 2-parent homes. Their mama bought them cars, they got houses.
Right.
Like they have stuff that we feel like we don't have down where we from. So it's more so of jealousy, and we don't even look at it that way, but it is. You envy.
You play youth football?
Yeah, I played at North Dade.
North Dade Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Mm-hmm. But you wasn't from up here though.
Nah. So I had Lawrence Compton took me in. Shout out to Lawrence, man. We gonna get on track. So Lawrence Compton took me in. He basically adopted me without adopting me. He hood adopted me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was homeless and he had. I used to be at Hope Store on 54th and 22nd. Yeah. And when my grandma passed, I was trying to figure it out. Man, my mom didn't have a good relationship whatsoever. My dad was nowhere in the picture. So I didn't raise myself. People in the neighborhoods raised me.
See, and let's stop right there, and that's it. So you became hard. You keep saying to yourself you was a problem in high school.
Yeah,
right. You became the hard dude, real nigga. You could fight.
Yeah.
All that's anger from, and you just explained it.
That frustration.
Mama, grandma, one day.
Yeah.
That's anger from being raised from nothing.
But that's from trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? That's where the concept of Miami kids going outside of Miami, we're survivors. We can go and survive anywhere we go.
Well, when you say try to survive, only reason he's trying to survive because
he don't want to fall victim to the streets.
No.
Because I was in the streets.
Because he didn't have his daddy.
Yeah.
He didn't have his mom. I'm talking about the root. of our problems. You know what I'm saying? My dad died when I was 12. My mama drunk her way out of a job.
Yeah.
I understand. So now you grow up, you 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you angry. You think you grown at 15. You know what I'm saying? You think you're grown at 15?
I've grown at 12.
Right. So now you think you're grown because how you had to raise up. But the root of it is the upbringing. 3, 4 years old, 5 years old. What did you see? Yeah. But I'm saying that because these kids need to understand. But it's anger, though.
And not only that, it's the lack of humility too. Because as you could say, I could say I raised myself, but then that would be a lie. Yeah. That's discrediting the people that helped me get to where I'm at right now. Because like my 9th grade year, I stayed with Kenny's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like Kenny's girlfriend and her mom, and it was just timing because God rest his soul, her son had just passed. Yeah. Rest in peace to Boo. Boo passed. I didn't have anywhere to go, and Ebony mom was, I'm talking about, the most lovingest person you'll ever meet. Right. And I was trying to find somewhere to, you know what I'm saying, to live. And they took me in. Like, to think about that for a second. She bringing me in to with her daughter, you know what I mean? That's not my blood relative or anything, but she loved me enough and trust me enough. And that's my sister now. That's my mom, as I call it. I got a lot of moms, but that's one of my moms that put that covenant over me. You know what I mean? But I still got a grind and hustle mentality, so that don't fit with everybody. Right. Because I was taking care of myself. Right. So because I'm taking care of myself, it's hard for me to come in your house and you tell me that I can't take care of myself. That's a hard pill to swallow. Right. Oh, you got to be in at a certain time. You got to do this at a certain time. As a kid, you don't really know that they trying to save your life. Yeah. You just think that you grown.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And man, it's just a testament to the people that God will put around you.
I get what you're saying. You know you didn't raise yourself. So when you were younger, 5, 6, 7, right? You know what I'm saying? Who did you live with?
I was with my grandmother, and my grandmother had diabetes. So my grandmother, she used to work for Chase Bank. She used to clean the banks. And I would go with her to clean the banks, you know what I mean? I would just, and the funniest story is I used to just go inside the vaults because they used to be open. But not the whole vault. You could walk inside and then they'll have a bit, I used to just stare at the vault. And I'd be like, I'm gonna get inside this vault one day. I'm gonna take care, because I wanted to take care of my
fair time.
Yeah, I was, absolutely. Like I wanted to touch them people money, man, because I wanted, but it wasn't because I wanted to buy shoes or anything. My grandmother needed a kidney, so that was my thought process at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and so she couldn't go to work no more. But I continuously worked, and a lot of people know me because I was always in the neighborhoods working. My grandmother's house was in Robin Hood. So I was supposed to go to Century from the jump. I would work in that plaza. I would sell watermelons. I was cleaning all the stores. And I'll tell you, you got no hustle. I had hustle in me.
Right.
No matter what it was, I wanted to provide. I had a reason for why I wanted to provide. It wasn't because I wanted to get fly for chicks and none of that. I wanted to give my grandma a kid.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, honest to God truth. What's the purpose? What's your why?
So you end up going to Central, and then you ended your Central career as one of the best players in
yeah, I'm a Hall of Fame. I'm in a Rocket Board, the Hall of Fame.
You made all state, all day?
All day, yeah.
At what position?
Linebacker.
You was a linebacker though?
Yeah.
How tall you were?
At that time, 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
I was a pocket rocket because I weighed like 185, 190. Okay, so if I hit you, you was gonna die. Ask Christopher Bunny. I name drop. You know what I'm saying?
So who you play with at Central?
At Central, I played with Demetrius Bird.
Bird went to LSU.
Yeah, George Robinson. He played for UM.
Didn't you play with Donnell Jenkins? Right?
No, Newt was before me.
Newt was before you?
Yeah, Newt was before me. I looked up to Newt. That's my big brother.
Smith.
Yeah, I was there with them, but all them.
They was older.
I came in.
Tell the people who knew. Who knew that?
Donnell Jenkins.
Donnell Jenkins played for who?
On University of Miami.
On the University of Miami.
The New England Patriots.
Yeah, one of the fastest people we ever seen.
One of the most electric people most athletic people.
See, we get up here, we start throwing our nicknames like these people.
Yeah, Donnell Jenkins. Arlington Highsmith, Shavin Pace. Brian Patter, Marcus Daniels, Willie Foster.
Shout out to Patter.
Courtney Denson.
They recently opened Powder Case, didn't they?
Yeah. It just recently opened it.
That's one crazy situation.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. So you end up. Did you go to college?
Yeah. I went to FAM first.
So hold up now. You was all day. What you was? First team, second team. You made all day.
My junior year, I was second team. My senior year, I was second team as well.
Second team all day.
Yeah, that's only because the West was padding stats at that time. They linebackers sucked.
These Rockets always got excuses, don't they?
Nah, you look. Hey, you know what I tell people? Look at the tape. All you gotta do is look at the tape.
The Rockets got.
I'm gonna get. So when you go back and look at the tape, Logic's right. They safety, he got 120 tackles. They linebacker, he got 120 tackles. Who was over there at the time?
It ain't even that many plays in the game.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. They all three of their linebackers got 120 tackles. They safety got 90 tackles. Their corner got 90 tackles. They D-line.
Back then, they were running the ball too much for to have that many plays ran in the game.
I'm like, come on, man. So they were patting stacks. But it don't matter, though. When we got on the all-day practice game, ask them who started.
You started.
Yeah.
So I say that just to say, okay, so listen. So you was highly recruited?
Yeah, well, the time was different. My recruiting started after the USF camp.
Yeah.
USF camp came around and I lost it up there. So they started writing stories, and then after that, I went and snapped at the Auburn camp and wrote more story. I went against Fred Rouse. Shout out to Fred Rouse, man. Y'all remember Fred Rouse?
Yeah, Florida State.
Yeah, man. I slammed Fred Rouse on his head.
Big tall.
You know what I mean? Because he was bombing everybody, and then my quarterback was like, man, you need to go with him. I was like, I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
So he would have this move where he would jump and then just spray.
Yeah.
I caught him when he jumped and slapped him on his head.
You was playing cornerback.
I was at corner. I was at safety, really.
Yeah.
But I came down to cover him. And Tommy Tuberville, well, he was the coach at the time at Auburn. And he ran over there. Everybody went crazy. They like, who this dude? I got big old dreads like my man's right here. I didn't fit the mold. I got goals. I got big dreads. That wasn't normal when I was coming up.
Yeah.
So a lot of people was afraid because they thought I had that stigma. He's a gangster.
Yeah, he's a thug.
He's a thug. You know what I mean? We can't control him. But that wasn't. And then it kind of showed on the field. Every game, I put somebody out the game.
Right.
But it was anger.
Yeah, anger. I get it. So did you go to college?
Yeah. So I go to FAM.
You went to FAM.
So when I get to FAM, I was supposed to go to Minnesota, but when I took my visit out there, it was too cold. So my godparents was like, just go to, stay in Florida. We're going to take care of you. So I said, all right, cool. So I went to FAM. When I get to FAM wasn't FAM right now. FAM, the locker room was this space right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo.
Small.
Yeah, and then I got this Miami mentality. Man, my high school better than y'all. This, man, I ain't on this, man. So I would go to practice when I felt like it. I had no business up there because there was so many women.
Right.
And my vice at the time was women. It was too easy. I'm a 19-year-old kid.
That was your vice?
Yeah, women, man. So I would just party, women and everything else. And I had to be real with myself. I came back home. I was like, I need to get myself together. I cut my dreads.
How long you was at FAM?
I was at FAM for a year.
And you came back?
Yeah. And then Coach Murphy. Shout out to Coach Murphy. Coach Murphy is one of the main reasons I started fanning because that was fanning then.
Yeah.
Like, he would pick kids up, train us,
yeah.
You know what I mean, do all these things and reach out to college coaches. And, like, that's what he was doing back then.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, why this dude, like, I don't get this.
Why he helping so much?
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just used to call all my homeboys and we would train. Tim Brown, everybody been through this man camp. So we would go, and he was a police officer.
Uh-huh.
So, he invited us to Miramar, we go, we train. He was like, man, you need to get back in school. So he was
So wait, you left school, why you left?
Because I was gonna end up dead or in jail again.
So you wasn't doing right?
I was a problem like that. I was probably beating people up every time you looked up, man. Angry.
This man.
And drunk.
He was drunk.
And drunk. You go to college, what you do in college? Let's be real.
Drinking, you having sex.
Drinking, smoking, having sex. Yeah. Going to school. If that.
Late. If that. Like, damn, why I missed half an hour of class?
Man, class. Man, they should have had online then. I'd have been a straight A student.
Yeah.
So but explain this. You good at football.
Mm-hmm. I was knocking people out.
Was you thinking about the NFL even though you was 5'7"? Did you think you had a chance?
Yeah.
Or you wasn't even thinking about it?
I know. I did. I was.
See, but you thinking about it, but to get there, you got to do it right in college.
Exactly. No,
and then you went to college on cruise control.
It started earlier than that. So my best friend is Kenny Phillips. My best friend and partner is Kenny Phillips.
Yeah.
I tell the kids this all the time. I'm saying we giving you the ability to see what it looks like to do it right and what it looks like to do it wrong. I did it wrong all the way. He did it right because when we was in school, like we was going to parties and go hustle and doing all this, he would be taking naps, eating cereal, going to train, and that was his routine.
Why do you think he had that? Why do you think he was more mature? Why do you think he understood it?
He had a locked in focus.
Why do you think he come from?
Not wanting to be like, he came from a 2-parent home. You know what I mean? Like he was like.
That is where you hit it around the head.
Yeah, he came from a
different
2-parent
upbringing.
home.
But you know what? I remember.
But it's not necessarily even that though, because it's just your focus point. You know what I mean? Because he got a brother.
Yeah.
And his brother what?
Didn't go to the league, but because his brother. But you know why? He didn't focus.
Yeah.
His brother wanted to be more like me than he wanted to be like his brother. No, he wasn't a gangster. He just always was into stuff.
Well, now he good now?
Yeah, he good. Man. He's great. You know what I mean? Because you gonna always come back to what you see.
Your format.
It
happens at 2, 4, 5. It happens real early. That's what people don't understand. It happens early in your life. Your foundation. Yeah. It happens early in your life, and people don't get that. Once you get to 6, 7, 8, 9, you done saw what you think is.
Yeah.
Or you done dealt with the pain, or you done did all this. You know what I'm saying?
I think, man, you talked about this before. 9 times out of 10, you are what you're around, right? So if I wake up, my mom goes, she works for transit. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to live my life the way I want to live my life.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna always come back. Most people that family are bus drivers or police officers or firemen, they follow in that same direction. They always go back to the root.
They see that as success. They see that as that's how my mama felt. It's just innately, like it ain't even something they thinking about.
No, it's unconscious.
Right.
Yeah, it's unconscious. You do that stuff unconsciously.
I remember when I was younger, because my older brother, he was all world in football and played some basketball and stuff like that. But what struck out to me, the fact was all the attention Arnold was getting from playing football because he was just that good. And I was like, what the hell? Why all these colleges want this man?
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to play sports. And once I started playing sports and I started getting that same attention, I'm like, man, I don't really want to be in these streets, man. They show me real love. Like, this money love. Like, I ain't got to do nothing but do what I love. You know what I'm saying? But then it got a lot different from being in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you really got to...
Yeah. It was weird for me, man. I saw cocaine tear my family apart. You know what I'm saying? I saw drugs. My dad would come home, beat my mom every Friday. And it vowed me I never wanted to do drugs.
Yeah.
I had only tried weed twice in my life. You know what I'm saying? It vowed me I never wanted to do drugs because I saw what drugs and alcohol did to my family. But I also was raised in a library.
Yeah.
My mama, because she didn't have money, kept me in the library.
Yeah.
And I think that's what my mind opened at, and I was able to see the world as a bigger place than just Opelika, than just the city.
Yeah.
I was able to travel in that library to anywhere I wanted to go.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she did it on purpose.
But see, I want to stop you there because it starts mental.
It starts mental.
Like the mental is the strongest side of it all. So it's two sides of it all, right? You can look at something because I didn't want to be like my mom or my dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they fueled me to not be like them. So everything that I wanted to do was to not be like them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it sounds like the same thing with you.
Right.
I'm gonna work, but then on the flip side of that, you got some kids that don't know how to channel that energy, and because instead of them saying, "All right, I'm gonna work hard not to be like them," they saying that in a sense,
but they doing
the
total opposite.
You're doing the total opposite.
Right.
So you really ended up worse than them because you're using that talent or that gift that you have for wrongdoing. And I know this because I also did it as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I had a skill set. I've always been a leader. Like you gotta hold yourself accountable and be honest with yourself. I've always been a leader. Yeah, I was 5'7", 5'8", but I was always at the front of the line, whether it be a fight, whether it be captain on the football team, no matter what it was. But you don't understand. You're using your gift in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like right now, we using our gift in the right way.
Right.
Like your choice to go to the Army, you could have said, you know what, fuck it. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit the streets because you it's right there.
Yeah.
But you chose the real route, which makes you a real dude.
Right.
You think, real. Nah, toting a gun ain't real. Anybody, the gun, I could go out there. It's probably a gun in them bushes over there right now. You know what I'm saying?
Like in a video game.
Real talk, like 10,000 points. You know what I mean? Like, so therefore, like, so me grabbing a gun and shooting at somebody, that's not real. Real flaw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the hard, nobody wants to do the hard part, which is sit down and have a conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We're going to get back to that. We're finna get back to the community in a minute, man, because I don't know if we can fix it from here, but we go finna talk about it.
Yeah.
Y'all come back, get locked in with us, man. We got Fanny, Arvis, Big X over there, man. We getting deep this morning, man.
Got to.
We here with Fanny, Arvis, X. Listen, man. The other day you tweeted out on Kobe. It was Kobe the day Kobe died. And everybody was mourning, and you tweeted. I didn't tweet it on. So I saw it on Instagram. You put on Instagram and said something
Facebook.
Like, "No respect to Kobe."
No disrespect to Kobe.
No disrespect.
But my city on fire. It's hurting.
We on fire. Like I said, I dropped my girlfriend off to work the other day, and the crime scene was right in front of the school. Bro.
Yeah.
It was right in front of school, 2 people dead.
Yep.
She came back down in the car and said, man, they said 2 people just died over there. And it seemed like 2 people dying every day.
It is.
It seemed like 2 people dying every day. And what was, I thought was calming down about a year ago, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's turned into like a war again.
Yeah.
And it's kids, right?
Yep.
How old are we talking about, dog?
I mean,
talking about 14.
14 on
17,
up.
18. Yeah.
Some of them 13 on up. To be honest with you, man, they been misled at the end of the day, dog.
Explain.
Like, cause I was one of the guys that been misled. Like, and I also put up the picture of the alligator.
I couldn't even find you in the picture.
Nah.
When you put up with your homeboys.
Yeah. I wasn't even talking about that one,
I couldn't even find you in the picture.
Yeah. I had the big old dreads and everything, man, wide open, man.
So you put up the alligator,
So it was a larger alligator devouring a smaller alligator. Alligator.
Right.
And I said, this is a clear depiction of a big homie doing what they do in the streets to a little homie, basically.
Yeah. Right.
Like they
misguided.
Yeah, you misguiding them. I'm putting you in position. I'm telling you, you need to go do this. You need to go kill this. You need to go kill that. But the moment stuff happen, they turn on you, and you know this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've been in the prison since. You don't have these conversations.
Right.
All those dudes that's setting these that's planting these terrible seeds in these kids' heads, acting like they're gonna take care of them. They lying to them. You know what I'm saying? They get them to take gun charges. They get them to do murders. They get them to do all these things, man. That's not gonna help them. That help the smaller alligator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the moment something happens, they go to prison or they catch a case. What happens? Oh, that dude turns on them.
Right.
They become snitches, or they get them killed too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get them knocked off, and that's what's been going on. You got these fake gangs. They be. Woo, you niggas be pussy, man. They be pussy, man.
Without the gun,
they pussy, man. But hey, you catch them in that paint, they can't do nothing. They can't fight. They can't even have a hold of real conversation. They real pussy. You know, part of my word, but this is just how I feel about it, man.
Right.
Like if you not man enough to really just scream at a dude. Before I used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
But I gave people opportunities. Like I would try to figure out what the problem was.
Right.
And because they didn't know how to give me the dialogue, and it would escalate. Nigga, who you think you talking to? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Then I would snap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was always taught hit first.
All emotions.
All emotions.
It's all emotions. It's all emotions. It's all that nigga tried me.
Yeah, it's always that,
Listen,
bro.
Man,
How?
What
does that look like?
They tried my dog. Like it's all emotions, and most of the time it's just miscommunication.
And lies.
Yeah, lies.
Deception.
70% lies.
Because people get hurt by other people, and then they're like, all right, like say for instance me, right? So we homeboys. I'm the fighter though.
Right.
So you get into it with somebody. I wasn't around because everybody got their own separate entities of friends and whatnot.
Right.
So I'm not around. something happens. You know I'm emotional because I love you. You couldn't tell me, oh, this nigga did that, he said da-da-da-da-da. And in hindsight, it didn't even go like that. So that's why you have to be mindful of who you around and who you trust.
Right.
You got all these people that's around you, but they got other people that's around now, putting everybody in bad position. You come and telling me a lie, talking about he said this, that, and the third, and it wasn't that.
Right.
You acting off impulse or your emotions instead of telling me the truth. Or let's go get the truth. I'm acting off emotions. I'm gonna go protect you. So I see the dude.
Yeah, cause I just had AJ up here from Central.
Shout out AJ.
I always knew him. You know what I'm saying? I always knew him. You know how we became close? Somebody brought back to him, man, Football Bill said this about coaches. But he's such a man and he can communicate. He called me and just like, hey man, let's talk. And we talked for 2 hours. Because it's a communication, it's a line of communication.
Yeah.
He ain't coming me in no BS because he know how people bring stuff to you.
Yeah.
And why they bring it to you. Sometimes somebody brings something to you just to send you off the deep end.
Yep.
Just to get you to go do what they afraid to do.
Me in my grown life, I just dealt with that. So you know, Fannie was over the Florida-Georgia game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The media for the Florida-Georgia game, right? So when they called me, we was over there in that corner having a meeting.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, yo, I want to do this thing for you, man, but we capped out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, for me, it don't matter what you capped out. I know what Fannie can do. I know how to make money.
Right.
Just put me in a position, and I got this.
Right.
I say, but this is how it's gonna be. So I'm gonna structure my business there to benefit me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you come to me because you want to benefit you.
Right.
So what I told them, I was like, okay, well, a lot of people sell pictures and this, that, and the third. So therefore, if you say we're gonna have media day on Saturday, and all the media is welcome on Sunday, well, in the practices, can't nobody come.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, can't nobody come because people do X, Y, and Z. And that was for anybody. I don't care if it was football bill,
right.
Sleeper athlete, John Joe Cole. You gotta holler at me first.
Right.
So I get a call from Chuck, my head camera guy. He's like, hey man, Sleep says you kicked him off the field. I'm like, huh? I kicked him off the field? So he's like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, man. They say Fannie kicked him off there. I say, huh? I'm like, nah, man. Why would I do that? Sleep all right with me. Why would I keep him on the field? So then they come out, they like, oh, well, Fahim now, they told Sleep that he had to leave. You know what I mean? Because Fannie has the media rights or whatnot. So that's how, I would assume that's how the conversation went.
Right.
But because we emotional, you know, you ain't thinking about it. So I was like, well, tell Sleep to holler at me. I said, matter of fact, when I see, don't tell Sleep nothing. When I see Sleep, I'm gonna go screen Sleep.
Right.
Game come, I see Sleep, I beeline right to him. Hey, look, listen to me, man. You my guy. I'm like, if you need you want to talk to me about anything, you can reach out to me. But I didn't kick you off the field. I said, this is what my deal was.
Right.
So therefore, I don't want you to take it personal. But I do it again if it was anybody else. So but he like, nah, I understand, you know. It was a weird situation. They said Fannie, but I you know, I'm like, yeah, bro. And it was just a conversation. And that needed to be had.
Right.
Because it's misconstrued of words. You thinking I did something. I know I didn't do nothing.
Right.
But I'm not going to be telling, oh, you're not. Sleep can't beat me. I ain't worried about nobody putting their hands on me.
Crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'd rather build a relationship with the man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. You know how I move. Like you done see. Like yeah. I don't tolerate disrespect from nobody.
Right.
And I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm more afraid of myself than anything.
Right.
But I like to have conversations before it escalates.
So you broke that down to explain. There's a lot of conversations not being had with these kids, man. And it's coming from little girls. It's coming from
parents.
Social it's coming
media.
From
everywhere.
Yes, it's social media. Listen, man, I'm done with people blaming social media.
Nah, it ain't social media.
No, because all social media does is show who you really are.
Yeah, it enhances you.
That's it. It just show who you really are. So if you using it for stupidness,
that's when you
using it for stupidness.
Yeah.
Because I know why I log on to Facebook, and it's never to see what Fannie got on.
Yep.
Never to see who you dating.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I know where my mind at when I log on. So if you losing social media for ignorance, it's because your mind is in the gutter.
Yep.
Now back to these kids, it's like
They're not using it for the right reasons, and let me explain that.
No, they're not using it for the right reasons at all.
Because if you take advantage of social media, like I try to explain to Kim, I'm like, yo, you got the ability to see what the #1 player in the nation is doing. So if I'm on his social media, I'm looking at it like, boy, that boy getting that work in. You know what? I'm tripping. Let me go get that work in. He's sorry. That's gay.
You could use it for so many different things, but wherever your mind is at, is where it would take you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never knew what the #1 player nation was doing.
Yeah.
It would you would have to see him first day of practice at the All-Star game and catch you off guard.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, what? You can scout yourself.
You can scout yourself.
This man working, why everybody on his trail? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this man really, AB gave you the game. AB gave you the game. OBJ gave you the game. They showing you what they doing. And you not doing it. You just watching them all day. I'm going to go watch him for that 1 second, take some notes, and I'm going to go train.
He's showing you what they doing. Listen, man, it's like I tell people, though, even business-wise, social media. You think about social media. Oh, everybody doing hair. Oh, everybody already selling. I said, dog, this is the first time in life, if I got a business, I can talk to your friends without saying, X, man, we're going to have a party at your house. Bring some of your homeboys. I just go talk to them.
Yeah.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
And you have to see the value in that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the first time I can just go hit Twan friends. I can go hit Arvis friends. And actually make them my friends.
Mm-hmm. We all be friends.
Yeah, and so when it comes to business-wise, it's sky's the limit when it comes to social media. But your mind has to be there.
Your mind has to be
Your mind
there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best. Social media, as far as business, it's better for communication.
Yes.
Yeah.
Networking.
Now, you know, some people aren't good face-to-face communication.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people could network a lot good.
I got people
through emails
from Australia.
See what I'm saying? You know, and that's just
Right,
how that
it's
goes.
like never.
Australia. I ain't never been to Australia. I ain't never seen a kangaroo. Let alone Australia. You know what I mean? So these things happen, man. We just our kids have to learn how to take advantage of communication. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing I was saying about social media, I've seen instances. I wasn't talking about the business aspect or using it as a good platform. I've seen where kids got into it because of social media.
Yeah.
It's always social media.
Every day.
And that's what
Like,
I'm saying. It's
I
always
literally
talking rapping on
the
social
news.
media. They
It was-
say it after
it was
every
on the
game.
news. It was on the news I think a couple months
Yeah.
ago. Some girls got into it. And they met up at a party and they fought because of what somebody said on social media.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I'm like, y'all let that's too much power.
Yeah.
You gave it too much power.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the power.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of you reaching out to social media and just having a conversation like, dang, what the problem is? What did I do to you? You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to be that person. No. They think that's the soft person, but really that's the toughest person in the room. The person that could walk up to you and be like, hey, let me talk to you for a second, man. Talk to you. Let me holler at you. See? Words have power.
Right.
If I'm saying I'm going to holler at you, I'm yelling at you. Let me talk to you for a second. Away from your friends.
Right.
Because they have terrible influences as well. Let me holler at, hey, what I did to you? Like, what happened? Like, how did we get here? And 9 times out of 10, when you take a lion away from his pack, he got to be he has to be a lion still, but then he's more calmer.
Right.
I got my pride with me. Everybody ready to go.
Can't deal with it. We learned that, and we can't deal with people around their peers.
No.
You got to put them away from their pack. I mean, so back to the kids, man. Like I said, I remember one time my cousin brought me her nephew. She thought they robbed somebody, and she was like, talk to him, you know what I'm saying? Talk to him because I don't like the path he on. Mm-hmm. And I told him, he was a young juvenile then. I just told him, listen, man, I deal with the worst juveniles in South Florida when I was in corrections. And I say, you don't look like them.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't look like them. But also what I realized was that when you take the guns and out their hands and you put them in a correctional facility, it's only, man, it's only a small percentage of them that's really on that.
Maybe 2.
The rest of them are the followers.
Yeah.
The rest of them are followers, and peer pressure is allowing you to get yourself killed. Man, I'm gonna ask y'all this. You ever seen somebody get killed, X? You ever seen them like actually die?
I did.
You ever seen somebody die?
Yeah.
I've seen maybe 2 or 3 people die when I was younger, get shot up. I mean, we was in study hall at Norland, and God bless the dead, when our classmates got shot up and we came out, he was laying on the ground.
Yeah.
I was a kid. I remember that.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Y'all talk that hard shit you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But when they land on the ground and you taking your last breath, I have never seen a brave soul die like the movie.
I'm ready to die.
I've never seen it. They all look scared.
Yeah.
They all look afraid.
Yep.
They all look hurt.
Everybody crying.
Yeah. And so if you think you're gonna die like Mel Gibson, die in Braveheart,
Nah.
it's not how it's gonna happen.
It's not honorable.
In that moment, you're gonna realize that whatever I was doing wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it at all. But man, how do y'all think we fix it? Like, how do y'all think we can get to the community food?
Number one, so we have to get back to the old days, right? So what I realized, and I said I deal with the parents as well. What I tell parents, and I do for myself, is we got to be mindful of what we do and say in front of our kids. It was a time where you couldn't be in a room with grown people and they was talking. It was a time where you couldn't question a grown person. It was a time where, like, if you chimed in or anything, you would get hurt by your parents. Now, the parents are having these conversations around their kids. They doing things in front of their kids, like, so their kids they thinking that's their norm. So if I grow up and I see this, and my mom is cussing somebody out, and I see, that's why I rarely deal with the optimists, because I know you see it all the time. It's like the mom is doing all the talking.
Yeah.
And the dad, oh my son, and I'm a kid and I'm watching this and I'm looking up to this person. Obviously, I think this is normal life because I'm following their guidance. They telling me to do what they do.
Right.
So if my mama arguing and fussing and ready to fight, all this, they don't know how to control their emotions. Then what I'm gonna grow up as a kid? I'm gonna be an overly emotional kid that don't know how to control their emotions. I'm gonna meet everything with aggression.
Right. Right.
So
and emotion.
We gotta become better parents first.
Right.
We gotta become, and then parents not be afraid to ask for the help and force their kids to get the help. You know what I mean? Like literally force them kids to get help. I had a parent talk to me. I was day before yesterday. I was inside the flea market. I went to go support one of my friends, and we was talking about Fanny and everything. And then all of a sudden, the mom, she's getting her nails done, turns around and say, "Please save my baby."
Damn.
You know what that did to me right there in that moment? And it's not the first time that's happened.
I know.
She like, "Please save my baby. He's going to die." And I said, "I got you." You know what I mean? I'm gonna do everything in my power to show him a different light. I pray that he takes it though. It's gonna be up to him to be receptive of it all.
Right.
So it starts at home, no matter what, where home is. It starts there at first, and then it starts about seeking out help. We need therapy. I had to go to therapy.
I mean, black people are like, we don't believe in therapy.
Nah, man, therapy helps save me.
I was one of them that didn't believe that.
Bro, it changed my life. Look at me.
I go talk to him just to talk to him.
Yeah.
to go talk, just to have a conversation.
And it started when I was in prison.
Right.
I started counseling in prison, and it helped structure my mindset.
Right.
So I knew I didn't want to go back to the streets, so I wanted to be business savvy.
Right.
But I didn't know how to do that, so I went to therapy and just events hit. I forgave my mom, came and visited me in prison. I forgave her. She forgave me. We moved on. We have a great relationship now. I had to cut a whole lot of people off.
Yeah.
You know that because I had the opportunity to learn who I am and what I wanted.
Right.
Once I understood that, I wanted to keep that going.
Right.
So I got into therapy because it helped me in my relationship. It helped me be a better father. It helped me be a better businessman.
You're saying actually going to talk to
a therapist.
A therapist, right.
Every day on Zoom. Hey, how you doing? Most of them shout out to Mrs. Clark. Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps you understand things. I conquered a lot of things like that. It made me understand how my childhood affected me as an adult. You spend your whole
trauma.
You spend your whole life trying to unravel your childhood.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why did this happen to me?
Yeah, trying to unravel your childhood. So it helped me understand that stuff. It helped me figure out a lot of things and make sense of some of my tendencies.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all give us a minute. We're gonna be right back with Fanny, man. We're gonna talk about Fanny.com and his platform and what he's trying to do. Trying to take Facebook down, right?
But when I meet him, I'm gonna come scream at him.
Right.
Now, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Hey, well, hey, what you do? This is what I do. Oh, okay, cool. Now I'm looking at you. You telling me about you. Now I'm like, okay, how can I help this dude?
Yeah, because we always feel like, I don't know why we feel like in order for me to succeed, you gotta fail.
I gotta build you that. Right.
It's the dumbest thing ever. When I'm like, dog, listen, it cannot be us against each other when we see ESPN. I see Fox Sports. We need to stay on each other's neck and try to see if we can touch. See if we can touch.
First thing I said, but your tournament today, you're like, nah, I was ready to come. You know
we
what
need to try, dog, because I don't know where that come from, but we acting like only one of us can advance. It need to go back to Generation Next. Like when people be like, man, you trying to be like Generation Next. They was on TV, I wasn't. I never looked at Jonah like that. Nah. I always looked at Jonah like, if he keep opening doors, I'm gonna keep walking through them.
Yeah, dang right.
Well, listen, man, in the city right now, man, we done got back to warring, and it's not drugs either. It's not drugs. It's not money that
emotions.
They're warring over. They're warring over emotions. And my dog, my dog tried me.
It's emotions.
And it's not just in the city either.
No, it's everywhere.
No, it's
my friend just sent me a picture.
It's all of South Florida.
Carolina on down.
To down south.
Yeah.
Right.
Because down south is they going down there.
Yep.
You know, Coran and Florida City and all that. They going crazy down there. So it's like, I don't.
Well, aren't a lot of people down south that got shipped from the city?
Yeah.
Scott Projects.
A lot of Scott Projects people went down south.
Old town.
Right. So I mean, so dog, like, what would you say if you got something to say to the kids, man? Like, what would you say to them? Like, we all know they misled. We all know they misguided.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Or the rappers.
But that's the hype. That's the hype.
Right.
Everything that people glorifying, is not real. It's all fabricated, all lies. You know what I'm saying? Like you are the value. You hold the power. Like if you say my shirt, I'm worth $1 billion, and you worth $1 billion, and it's obtainable. It's nothing out of reach. It's nothing. You put value on things. Every time Caneville, Footballville, if you see me with Fanatime, I be dead fresh.
Right.
You think I care about making somebody else rich when I can make myself and everybody and the people around me rich?
Repeat what you just said, dog. When you say you put value on things, that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
When you say you put value on things, a lot of times our community has to stamp Under Armour.
Yeah.
It has to stamp
they
Battle.
They do.
It has to stamp Nike.
They do.
Jordan had to say Nike was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's the Footballville
is powerful because of our people. Fanning is powerful because of our people.
Right.
Battle is powerful because of our people. Like all these people, they. So the difference between them and us is that we're building, right?
Yeah. And
the way black people work is that they don't want to be a part of the build. They want to be down with the growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They want to be down on the
so,
other end.
And it sucks it truly really sucks. That's why popular people win. That's why the dude that's misleading these kids win, because they might have money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got walking around with big old chain on, so kids looking like, oh, that's what they want. And they sparing them. And then you got grown people that suckers.
Yeah.
That's stamping these people that they know ain't no good. I mean, our community know well.
Yeah.
But you gonna run around with him. He come home from prison. He come home. He done told on a million people, but he still got money.
Right.
He get a pass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now when sucker stuff happen, you being led by suckers. It is what it is.
Right.
You are what you are around.
Yeah, you are what
Hey, listen, the power is in the people.
Yes.
But necessarily, our people have a way of making things look cool.
We are.
Our women make being overweight looks cool. We call it thick.
Yep.
Like our
BBW, call it BBW.
I remember talking to Chris Circle from Battle when he first got started, and we reached out and we had a conversation long time ago about Amari Daniels. I was taking pictures of kids holding up the Battle, and I told Chris, I hit him on Twitter, well, we need to talk.
Yeah.
The tweet's still there. We need to talk. And he said, we do. This is the guy who owns Battle, or he's CEO of Battle. And we got on the phone and talking, and in that moment, all he wanted was kids to wear those gloves.
Yeah.
He wanted to just be a part of the conversation.
Yep.
He did guerrilla warfare marketing, and he started connecting with kids all across the nation, coaches all across the nation, giving them gloves, and he pushed his way into that space.
Well,
and now you look back, right? Now you look now, and Battle is one of the biggest youth football brands we have.
Yeah,
and it's no longer he just wants to be in the conversation. But it all started with the culture.
Yeah. I want to come
the culture
get
had
these
to
kids.
accept it.
They want our culture,
The culture had to accept it. Listen, the power is in numbers, man. If you look at this GameStop, what's going on with the stock market? I'm gonna explain y'all to what went on with GameStop. A lot of big time hedge funds, a lot of big time companies make stocks go. They short stocks.
Yeah,
Basically, listen, GameStop, and it's true. You look at GameStop model, you like, oh, this has to go out of business one day because now you can buy the video game from the goddamn PlayStation.
Yeah.
So they're looking at it and they put billions of dollars into saying GameStop is going to eventually go down, and they're going to buy the stock when it gets to $15, Vice being at $30. So they bet that it's going to go down and they make a bunch of money. What the people did was say, we love GameStop. They got on the message board, 3 million of them, and they started buying GameStop. Now your billionaires are waiting for it to fall because he done came out and said it in front of everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The people got together and said, we're going to buy GameStop and we're not going to sell it. And it started driving the price up. Driving the price up. It's a certain date it has to get to in order for those people to say we're going to buy it at 15. Because if they don't buy it at 15 by this date, now they got to buy it at whatever it is.
Yeah, 40, 50, yeah.
And I'm saying that to say this. What they did was we brought more people to the war
than
your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. The power is in the community.
Yeah.
If we could just come together.
Oh,
and what COVID did was separated.
Yeah.
It separated us more. Now I can't even look at you and be like, dog, you want me to take a picture for your family? And you like, it separated us.
Yeah.
And that is what they want.
Yeah.
They need us to be separated.
That's always,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They need us to be separated.
Yeah.
And it all comes through the TV.
Yeah.
It all comes through the TV,
media.
television, through media. You know what I'm saying?
That's Marcus Garvey explained that, like, you know, how can one group of people go to a country and get them to another country by being slaves? Like, how can you do that? You basically say, man, I'm gonna give you this.
Yeah, I'm allowed to.
But you go ahead and give me the roots to today.
I'm allowed to.
So I'm gonna enslave them, but I'm gonna make you rich.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can't feed them. You can't take care of them. I can take care of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So you feed me all the right. It's a street method.
Right.
You feed me all the right things, but in actuality, you got a trick in your pocket.
Yeah, that's it. You know, the end result is I'm finna enslave your people, but you gonna be rich. You ain't gonna care until you really think about it.
Yeah.
Damn, I really, you know, but it's
I
not
really
too
put
late.
my people in bondage.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
So,
what I mean?
Another situation like.
If you really think about it, it's not much different now.
It's not. It's the same
really
way.
Think about it,
it's the same way. It's
nobody.
I remember I had the conversation.
You know how much money I was making in jail? You know how much money I was making in jail?
How much?
14 cents an hour.
Yeah.
14 cents an hour. I painted the whole building. You know what I'm saying?
Legal slavery.
Like legal slavery, man.
Legal slavery.
So what I want these kids to understand something, man. Time is the most valuable thing in the world. It's priceless. Because with time, you can do so much. You can focus on being a millionaire. Why you think when they built the prisons and they structure the laws, why they don't just kill you when you do something bad? No.
Yeah.
I want to take your time away.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use your time because you wasn't using your time. Why you think you could go to jail, come back, I'm going to send you back to jail? Why not just kill them? Why not just put every murderer on death row? Because I could use them. I need you.
I need you to help me build.
I need you for free labor.
Why? How the prisoners get phones? What you making them make iPhones? Do you think everything not made in China? It's made in prison. It is made in prison. Everything is made in prison. So that we need to change those labels.
To the point where there's a quota of this many people that has to be in prison.
It's a business. It's a booming business. You were talking about stocks, which is stocks in business in that.
Yeah, prison. I just seen
it's terrible, man.
Yeah, trying to stop the private business.
You have to because it's a business entity, man. That is slavery, and everybody has their hands in it, but us. We are the tool that's being used, but the judges have their hands in it. The lawyers have their hands in it. The senators, they got their hands in it, and we don't know the rules to the game. You can't play Monopoly and just keep collecting $200. How does that make sense? Understand the rules of the game. And if we don't know the rules to the game,
say it again.
You can't play Monopoly and keep going around collecting $200.
Why not?
Because you ain't gonna never be. You gotta own Parkway.
What is the $200?
Man, you just running a marathon or nothing. That $200, you think it's something.
That's what they give you.
They give you. That's the
but
14
you cannot
cent.
win. You're saying you can't win Monopoly like that.
You gonna own. You go owe.
Guess what? While they buying up all the $200, you still gonna be giving it up.
You know what them $200 is? Them stimulus checks.
Yeah, that's it. Stimulus check. You still gonna be giving it
We
up.
just ready to sit down and collect those. Oh, they giving us stimulus. They giving us stimulus. But what you gonna do with your stimulus? Are you gonna buy Parkway?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Thank you for it.
Right.
Thank you for it. You know what I'm saying? But what you do with that fuel, because money is nothing but a fuel. What you do with that fuel is going to empower everything for the next eternity. We got to think about legacies. We think about black people think about right now.
Right now.
I'm gonna start saying black people.
Have-nots. People
Have-nots. The lower tier of individuals.
People who don't have.
Because it's not more than just black people. Because I was in there with Puerto Ricans and Spanish.
And they all didn't have.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
the have and the have-not.
The tiers of it. You know what I mean?
The ones who being taught that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, from our culture, you know, they don't teach us the
invest.
Wealth. They don't teach us generational wealth. They be like,
when you got into stocks?
Listen.
How old were you?
I just got into it.
You understand what I'm saying?
I left my job.
Why didn't you do it when you was 12?
Nobody told me about it. And then when I did get told about it, it sounded so foreign to me. I was 20-something years old in the military. My coach sat us down, took us to his house, and explained it to us. I saw it, did not believe in it.
Come on.
Didn't believe in it. But I recently left my job.
And why didn't you believe in it? You know why you didn't? Because you never seen it before.
I never understood money that way.
You feel me?
I thought money was made through work.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So when I recently left my job, and my homeboy sat me down, was like, "You finally left your plantation? Let's go."
Remember the first thing I said to you when I met you?
Yeah.
I asked you. You told me
the second time. You was like, "Yeah, man, you got it." What you was like?
You have one of the biggest platforms I've seen, bro.
Yeah, said you shouldn't be working. Hear what he said? He
said, bro, you shouldn't be working. What are you doing?
He said you shouldn't be working.
You came to me maybe a few months later and said, I said, man, what's up with the job? Oh, no, I retired.
I'm done, boy.
I said,
man, I feeling like an alien.
But my job, our job, is to continuously empower each other.
Right.
Why would I sit here? I'm seeing your platform. I know you got an amazing platform, but what are you doing, bro? Are you retarded?
I had a good job. That's my retirement.
And that's how we think.
Yes.
That's what our parents was taught to think.
So they were taught, go work.
Go work. You gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta break that mode. And that's what we're doing right now. We're breaking that mode.
We're doing. I mean, one thing I can say about this pandemic is it woke a lot of business-minded people up.
We think so. We hope so.
I mean, well, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? The ones who are woke, the ones who understand, just because I got me a job, you know what I'm saying? My family can't survive just on that job.
Man, people get rid of you, man. And the moment they get rid of you, man, they're going to have somebody else in 2 days, man.
Yeah. 2 days, it's the same day. I got somebody coming in.
Already interviewing for your position.
Right.
Football is the same way.
Real talk. When I left my job, my homeboy said, man, listen, man, I'm going to show you how to invest. And we sat down, and I had to take my retirement and invest it. Come on, man. Right? My retirement for 3 months, you can't get it. But you could put it in whatever you want to put it in.
Your ROI, yeah.
For 13 years, I never looked at it. And everybody who in South Florida corrections, South Florida retirement, they don't even look at their retirement. I was able to take it and put it in whatever I wanted to put in, Amazon, Tesla. So when he showed me, the first 2 weeks, one day I made $30,000 in my retirement. In one day. I only had $100,000, $150,000 in my retirement from 13 years. Once I saw me make $30,000 in one day, I couldn't unsee it again.
Come on, man.
And then I started questioning, like,
what
was they finna do with my money for the next? How slow was this money finna grow when it didn't have to grow slow? And I'm not saying the system that they create gets the best years out of your life. It takes you to 25 years, and then they
here you go. You give people a plaque. Hey, we're so happy for you.
And you leave with a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But if I made $30,000 in one day off of $100,000, in 13 years, it could have been.
Could have been a lot more.
Yeah. I'm gonna
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you a cheat code, right?
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. Oh, I still, and what I mean by that, when I worked at jobs for them short periods of time, I infiltrated the structure of it all. Like, okay, he ain't in power, she in power. Or she ain't in power, they in power. Okay, so I saw the game.
Right.
I'm not just working there to work there.
Right.
I'm seeing the structure of it all. So now when I come out, I have more.
Right.
So we're not telling you not to work, but take that same concept that they doing for you and do it for yourself. get around the right, like-minded individuals, and grow.
Gotcha.
And that's all we got to do. That's the rules of the game. Now we understand Monopoly.
That was crazy when you said for $12. But explain to people your platform.
So Fanny is family and neighbors improving talent. Family and neighbors improving talent. That's Fanny. And what it is us doing what we're doing now, but we have a platform that we've created for everyone. To be honest, man, the same thing like Facebook. Like, this is a place where you can go, you can build your journey. Footballville starts with the kids young. You can create your profile, so now you can keep a track record from when you were young all the way up until until wherever you go out in life.
What you can do on the platform?
Man, you can build your own groups. You can message. You can put up your highlights. You can reach out to coaches. Coaches can reach back out to you. You can share content. You can upload your music. There's so many screens to it. You can go in there and have some fun, to be honest with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
MySpace almost sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Facebook, that's what he said.
It's Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Twitter, all one for our athletic community.
Yeah. So it's geared towards athletes.
It's geared toward athletics, not athletes. Because you can go on. If I'm a mom, I want to watch some plays. I want to watch a kid. I want to keep track of a kid. You can go on there.
So break it down. What makes Facebook, and what makes Fanny? Why is Facebook? Why do people look at Facebook like this is the place where we need to be when it could be anywhere?
It's popular.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's popular.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like we're growing traction because we started becoming popular.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's always a popularity contest that I understand.
Yeah.
So we have one. I understand the rules of the game. I'm not trying to collect them 200.
Right.
I'm gonna take them, but when I get them, I'm gonna flip that. I'm going to go get the Parkway because I need you to land there, so we can really capitalize on it.
The man said we cannot win the game.
No,
collecting
$200 every time. You going straight to jail.
And that's what it is.
That's exactly what goes on, man. So. That's the platform.
And that's you and with Kenny
Phillips, man. That's my
he involved with it, right?
Yeah, Kenny Phillips is my partner in crime. As that dynamic duo. You know what I mean? Like, he's the calm one. I'm the more of the. We still doing the same thing we was doing as kids at the end of the day.
He's so quiet, man.
He is.
I used to see him with you on the sideline.
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't even know? So we got a story, right? So he see kids. No, he found his ID at American Heritage game. So he picked up the ID and he walked over to us and he was like,
"Oh boy, you ain't 6'3" for nothing, huh? I know who you is, boy."
This is exactly what he said.
I didn't know he was.
Yeah, it's like, you Kenny Phillips. Yeah. I used to say, man, all this time I see you, I did not know who you were.
But his karma, I knew he was somebody.
Yeah.
He been like that since high school. He been like that since high school.
But I didn't know who he was. See, his whole, like I tell y'all, his whole era, like Philip Buchanan, me and him real close.
Yeah.
I tell Philip, man, I was in the military. I don't remember your era. Like, I didn't really watch football. I was in the boot camp. I was in the Marines. I was in training. But Kenny Phillips saying I was kind of out of football in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
So you heard of him.
I kind of missed. Right. Yeah. I kind of missed that whole era of football. Like, I never saw Najee. I never saw Frank Gore. I never saw none of them play in high school.
I used to watch Najee walk past my grandma's house every day, and I was like, I'm going to be like him. Because I was so impressed by his calf muscles. I used to try to walk on my tiptoes. Like, yo, I need these, man. How I get them? Like, the calf still ain't that big. But it was just, I watched him walk, and like, we call each other cousins. You know what I'm saying? I was like his little cousin because I looked up to him. I used to go out and say, I put him in a Rocket. Right. When he was playing, Coach Coffey was out there. He was playing my cousin, Albert Knight. He was one of the top DBs. He played with him. So I used to go out there to their practices, man, and watch. I watched Daylight One, a 4.2, and some track shoes for West Virginia and all the scouts. And track shoes, and some spikes on grass. I don't even think that was possible, but he did it. You know what I'm saying?
They're not probably the fastest person ever in Miami, huh?
He's the fastest person in the world, man. I was there when he beat Devin Hester.
Yeah, he was there. Blew Devin. He blew Hester.
Looked at him and all that. But those are the guys that I look up to. And so these are the guys that we all have to come together with, because those guys have the power. Those guys have the story. You got to have something for these kids, man. Like, the kids got to know you real. I put that all the time, the realest. Yeah. Hashtag the realest, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not cutting corners with them. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I can't lie to you. Like, if I lie to you, then you at some point when you figure out that I'm lying to you, guess what? My stock drops. Right. So if my job, because I'm not gonna be here forever, is to create a buzz I'm not competing against you. I'm with you.
And please, we're gonna get that out there, cause y'all always feel like y'all gotta pick a side.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all feel like y'all gotta pick a side. Oh, I mess with Footballville. I don't mess with Fanny. He too hood. Or I mess with Fanny. Fanny from the street. Footballville. He was a C. Bro, listen. When you see me sharing Fanny stuff, it's cause we together, dog. Like it's not.
Frank over there. Come here, Frank. You done walked in now.
It's cause we together,
man.
dog. It's not.
This our white brother.
It's our white brother. It ain't gotta be. It don't have to. It
don't
ain't
know
never
Frank.
gonna
Come
be
on.
me versus Fanny or me versus Generation X. Never. It's never gonna be that. Cause we're too small.
Hey, brother.
We're too small to. It's an ESPN up there.
Yeah.
That's what we trying to get to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see people, I ain't stealing Fanny pictures.
Nah.
Fanny know I'm taking anything he got, and that's how I tell him, boy, listen, boy, that was funny, boy, I got it.
Yep.
And I put it up. I tag
Same
him
thing
in
with Frank. Frank.
It don't have to be separate.
Nah.
It don't have to be separate.
We gotta take care of each other. Right. We gotta take care. That's the problem. We don't want to take care of each other. Everybody is selfish.
Keep going back to what happened with GameStop, and it ain't over. Y'all finna see GameStop stock go through the roof.
Yeah.
Because the people came together
As a
and
collective.
they told the billionaires, no, we see what y'all doing.
Mm-hmm.
We done brought more people to the war than y'all have. You know what I'm saying? And they got caught with their pants down.
Yep.
They tried to go through Robin Hood. They tried to get Robin Hood to take it down. Boy, listen, y'all, what we just saw was a lot of fuckery.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of fuckery. But the power is in the people, dog.
Yeah.
So me being separate from Fanny or me not helping Crib, it's stupid for us to be separate. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I don't know ESPN.
Nope.
But I know if Fanny ever become big,
Yep.
I can pick up the phone and call.
You better know it.
And so if you don't want to align with people who's in it with you, then you just ignorant and you ain't trying to grow.
Yep.
That's how I see it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So tell the people where they find that, man, how they go log on the platform.
You go create your profile. Build your profile out. You can put your height, your weight, the schools you're looking at, the schools that's looking at you. You can add your your videos to it. We'll help you send them out. You can reach out. We give advice. We have athletes on that star. Shout out to JPP, man. Shout out to JPP, man. He's one of our biggest endorsers. JCPL Paul.
Yeah.
You can go look at the video. You know, he fell in love with the Fanny. Shout out to Edwin James, man. Big homie. Like, when I first came home, he was one of the first persons that actually just give me real game. You know what I'm saying? And kept it real. You got to keep it real with yourself here. I was looking for an investment. And he was like, man, homie, I'm going to be real with you. I don't know nothing about
Been down that road.
tech world.
Yeah.
I'm in the clubs and everything else. But this, what I will tell you is X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And I literally just wrote him yesterday, day before yesterday, and was like, ever since our conversation, it helped mold me, man.
Sometimes the value is not money.
It's the knowledge.
It's the knowledge. It's the experience.
Knowledge is
the
power.
relationship. It's the relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can find us on Fanny _now on Instagram. Fanny _now on Twitter. Fanny, FANIT together on Facebook. And just, whatever y'all need from us, we got y'all. We gonna figure it out. If I can't do it, he can. If he can't do it, Frank can. We gonna get it done.
Well, y'all stay locked in with us, man. Make sure you like and share, man. That's my man Fanny. Y'all go check him out. And listen, man, it's not over, bro. Like, there's a community out here dying.
Yeah.
And through sports, we try to save them. You understand? That's what y'all don't understand. It ain't about going to the league.
Nope.
It's only a 2% Kenny Phillips.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's not how it. And Kenny Phillips will tell you that. Like,
Yep.
That's not the thing. We're trying to save community through sports because we know where kids come from.
Yep.
A lot of them come from nothing. And sports is
An outlet.
Is an outlet.
Yeah.
Man, y'all stay locked in with us. We out.
Yep.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this nigga wants to